gorgeous outside. It's a Friday, so you know what that means. We're about to take a look at the weekend ahead. So this reading would be good for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. So, alrighty. So, I'm just getting settled in. Ooh, my hand all of a sudden started itching. I always take that like, I'm gonna do it, like something coming in, something being received, right? But I'm also old school where I'm like, money, woot woot. So, anyways, let's get, okay, let me make sure this is recording because I recorded a whole thing yesterday and it recorded nothing. All right, welcome to Weird and Woo Woo. We're all a little weird and we get a little woo woo, okay? We're gonna be pulling the weekend ahead spread. I mean, I don't really have like a set spread, but whatever. Just a quick reminder though, for all those that are joining, that are gonna stick around, you are the sovereign being of your life. So that means that you get to use your own discernment as to when, where, how, why, or if the message even applies. Meaning that we never Cinderella this to make it fit. I hold you in high enough esteem and confidence that you are capable of making that decision yourself. Okay? All right. If you feel like you are in a chaotic, clouded energy, that you're grasping at straws, it's probably not a great time. Okay? You need to be at least out of the I'm going to grasp at anything and everything kind of straw energy before you ever watch a tarot reading. Okay? Alrighty. I do have my coffee. I was gonna go for a walk this morning. I don't know why this is pertinent. And like, in the spur of the moment, I was like, I'm gonna go home because I wanted to take a shower. I usually try to get my walk in before the shower, you know, because that's kind of like that would be defeating the purpose of going for a walk and sweating my brains out right after I already took a shower. Like, I don't know. I have no clue why I feel called to say that to you all, though. I'm like, okay. Anyways. I don't know where we're going to start. All right, Spirit, where do you want to start? Okay. We're going to start with Divine Doors. This is my one little frou-frou deck with all the cutesy little ways of saying things. They're not all cutesy, but you know. There's an itch. Man, can I just say there's an itch. You might have an itch for something this weekend. Patience. Everything soon will come to light and then you will see things will be all right. Okie dokie. I feel no energy of patience, which is the weird thing. And I don't know if that's something that you've convinced yourself that you're just going to have to cultivate. Like you're just, you know, like maybe you've just convinced yourself that you're just going to have to keep waiting and keep waiting and keep waiting for something. Because I don't feel the energy of patience. I just don't. I don't know. Of course. The whole deck went flying. So I've been keeping track of my phone. Because there's been, you know, some crazy stuff going on where I have been, and like ever since some of the school pew things, a lot of kids being dumb. And so the schools are have been letting us know frequently when kids are making some dumb mistakes and making accusations. I just stay on top of stuff. Can I just say that? I want to know. A stranger's grace. Yes. pull cards on the patient's card to figure out if I'm accurate on that whole thing. Because I'm like, why would you even bring it out then? Why would you bring it out? Oh, there it goes. There it goes. It's not been itching. I promise you, not until I started the recording. It has not been itching at all. Stranger's Grace and a yes. Sunset. Something is going to be put to rest. Put down. Put down. That sounds bad. I don't mean it in a bad way. Forgive and forget. Okay. I'm going to go with, on this one, I'm feeling like, and then you will see things will be all right. We're going to go to things coming to light, and seeing that all is going to be all right. Because I promise you, I don't get the sense of waiting or feeling like I have to cultivate the patience or having to just like bide my time. I don't feel any of that. Like, I don't feel anything coming off. Like, usually I have an energetic response to some of the terms, and it's not that. That feels as cold and as dead as can be. I feel as if this is going to go together. We've got ego fears a sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. So maybe they're just letting you know, hey, something's going to come up real soon. And everything's going to be just fine. So if you're thinking that there might be something not good happening, or like I don't know, it's like future casting, or kind of like, uh-oh, that could go terribly wrong. They're like, you're fine. You're fine. Like, yes, everything's going to be okay. Ego is the one that fears something, or ego is the one that's like picking up on, uh-oh, we might need to pay attention to this. This may happen, or whatever. But it's just kind of like, don't underestimate the way. And I always want to say, like, spirit tends to work through people and think situations, and you know what I mean? Works through the 3D. And so it's one of those things where it's just, if I just feel like they're letting you know, hey, everything's going to be good. There is no danger. You don't have to fear anything. Don't underestimate what can happen, and that you'll be all set. Because the yes card is kiss the ground and touch the sky. Your soul is set now to leap and fly. Like, it'll be all good. Everything's gonna be a-okay and on track, and you're gonna be able to. It's a yes. Like, it's not going. Something's not going to block something. This, we'll see. And then we have time to release and unfurl old cords. Just put it down, let it go. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine sacred reason. Kind of feels like the idea of, like, it's okay to play in the field of possibilities, or actually believe. And that might be what's happening over here. Maybe you have had to have patience, and so it's kind of like, you're like, oh, like, you are just of the assumption that something's just not going to happen anytime soon, or it's not going to happen now. And so you're just kind of in that modum apparatus. What the fuck are y'all saying? Modum apparatum? I feel like they don't know what they're talking about. That's my, we're just going to say that. Like, you're same mode, like you're kind of like on autopilot a little bit. So you're just, I don't know, I think that you're thinking you're having to wait, you're gonna have to wait longer on something. Like, it's actually not going to develop. But they're like, actually, no. Yes, it is going to happen. Yes, you can leap and fly. Yes, you'll be free to do X, Y, and Z. Just go ahead and set down either those old perception, or whatever, because, and just, like, there's really a letting go. Between the sunset and the forgive and forget, a ritual cleansing of pain and lies. Arise and awaken, see a new sunrise. So maybe you just don't, you're just kind of like, I'm not putting all eggs, my eggs in one basket type of situation. I'm not going to believe something until it actually happens, because really 9 times out of 10 when I feel like something's, it's going to happen, it doesn't. I get this, like somebody who has encountered and experienced like repetitive, like a lot of negative things. And I want to say negative, I don't like people when they say things like, that there is no good or evil. Fuck you with your dumb shit. The only person's opinion that fucking matters is the person that's living the goddamn experience to begin with, okay? Just gonna say that much, all right? And so your little take on toxic positivity bullshit is unnecessary, not warranted, and not needed, and not it honest to God, it does not help. Like, that's just your version of trying to blame somebody else. Just stop the bullshit, okay? So I want to say that, you know, unless you are totally willing to go through exactly what that person went through, unless you're willing to go, you know what, I could totally step into that and it would be so different for me. Go the fuck ahead. Go the fuck ahead. Go ahead. Step into it and live that experience and that existence and those events for that person. Yeah, shut up. Okay. Because you won't. Because you fucking won't. Because you won't. Yeah, so shut up. That's what I feel like saying. Anywho's. So for this one, I want to say you're just kind of like, for whoever this is, it's everything is going to shift for you. It's all going to be good. It's not going to get blocked again. Yes, the path is clear. Don't fear anything going wrong or any kind of danger. And don't underestimate like how something can change. Okay. Go ahead. And I feel like there's just this, I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't want to overinvest in something. I don't want to believe too much because it hurts. And I do feel like this is somebody who has thrown themselves into believing and really having faith, and it just has, like, I feel like multiple times fell through. Something just like it been hurt as a result of their level of faith, and their own positive thinking. Okay. And so they're just, you know, I want to say that, and they're telling me this is for somebody who's made a lot of appropriate effort, who has really held themselves accountable, and I feel like taking accountability and working on my internal realm, and it still hasn't. There's been a lot of negative events that have occurred. And it feels like it's a compounding situation. So it may not be like these overly massive things, horrible things, but together it's kind of, they're showing me a rubber band ball, you know, like people who save rubber bands, and it's like the more rubber bands you have and you put around it, the bigger the ball gets and the heavier it is. That's what it feels. That's what they're showing me, and that's what it feels like. And so I feel like somebody's not being judgmental or placing, like, they're not being argumentative or angry or casting anger into the universe. They're just not allowing themselves to be overly excited or overly, oh, I'm so sorry. I have no clue who that was. That's a 5-0. Sorry, guys. random number. And then they hung up midway, so whatever. So maybe that was confirmation of what I was just saying. And they're kind of like, it is something that can be put down. It's understandable that you still have that bit of a colored lens, where I just feel like it's not so much that you're consciously thinking like that. And I don't feel like there's this level of anger, but there's more of like this waiting, the patience. Like I'm just, okay. And so I think that's the reason there's not this excitement, I don't feel like an inspired, it's just, things will be as they are kind of situation. Because like I said, I don't feel like there's this preoccupation with wanting to be like, yeah, fucking right, blah, 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 kind of stuff. So, but I think that it does hinder or hold you back from playing in the field of possibilities, imagining certain things, from dreaming. Does that make sense? From like daydreaming or, ooh, maybe. Like it kind of tampers that, because it's like, don't hold yourself back. Dream grand things. Like you're, again, not playing in the field of possibilities too much. Just almost like waiting for reality to unfold, right? And they're like, we want you to put down the pain that was associated with the level of commitment and hope and faith that seemingly, I feel as if somebody has, because they give me negative events. So this is like, might have actually caused some pain for you. Like the level at which you had faith in something and it didn't pan out. And I don't get it like you were delusional or under some type of illusion. Like I think this is a legitimate, it was something to have faith about. But it's like that rubber band ball. The longer it compounds, the heavier it becomes. And the more painful it can become. And anybody who has worked very hard for a dream, there's so many stories of people living out of their cars and working towards something for 10 years, some people 20, like, and then finally getting it. It's like there comes a point where it is so disheartening and painful when you can love something so much and you receive no love back. It can become a very self-sacrificial, painful situation. And so there may have been pain associated with this, and they're asking you, time is turning, and now is the time to release that, because that heavy ball will only inhibit you. And that it's safe and it's okay to let that go and to cleanse yourself of that so that you can dream. And they're bringing me to for divine sacred reasons. So this is something where I feel as if it's associated with something that you feel intuitively and spiritually connected to, that has caused pain. And it can be I don't want to say traumatizing, but people have experienced trauma as a result of the path that it takes to get to certain desires, goals, and dreams. Society doesn't necessarily make it easy, even if it is something that you feel called to. So, why this is coming up for this weekend, I'm not really sure. Maybe it's about taking the time to let it go, to actually consciously work on, to sit with and release something, to address it head on, to talk to spirit, to talk to your higher self, to talk to you, to yourself, and admit things and see it and go, I'm going to make a conscious decision to move forward. That I cannot carry this ball with me as I dream, because it's stopping me from dreaming and believing in the impossible. Okay, so they're bringing me to Starman Tarot. We're going to pull some cards there. So what does this have to do with this weekend? Because I feel like that's incomplete. Like that's not all that they're talking about. It feels as if this has stifled somebody's sense of creativity or creation, which really connects with the feminine aspect of the self, where it is bringing, like, again, it is about the possibility. It's seeing. It's about having inspiration. That's what we're gonna leave it at. And without that intuitive, inspired, it's hard to take action. Ace of Swords. I just keep stopping because I keep feeling feeling it. Five of Swords. The Star. Tell me about the Five of Swords, please. Okay, I just heard no. I was like, I was trying to see how. You see, I had some cards in my hand. I had some over here, and I was like, okay, which one? And I just heard no. So, okay. So that was probably because I have short little. I have a tiny hand. I cut myself, guys. Can you see that? ADD coming in there, nice and hot. Nine of Cups. This is the struggle. The Five of Swords is the mental struggle to get to your dream, to your wish fulfillment. And there's something like being led to... See, the Ace of Swords is that clear knowing and understanding of something. It is the idea. It is the right idea. It is the actionable one. It is the clear path ahead. And the Star is all about being led to that, but also healing from the level of turmoil and conflict between beliefs and ideas and logic that you've been going through in regards to something that you have long desired and long worked for. Queen of Swords. Seeing clearly, objectively, knowing exactly how to maneuver. I do feel like this is putting the Queen of Swords to rest, though. Over-analyzation. She will jump through those mental gymnastics. And if it feels too much, or if it feels like there's too much caution with her, with a sword drawn. And that is putting that to rest. It's allowing the inner child to wander again. Page of Swords. We have a lot, like a shit ton of swords energy. Page of Swords. The Sun. And an Eight of Cups. There's something here about being able to, some really good information or news that lights something, a path for you so that you can move away from this old energy to the Nine of Cups. Is this here? Okay, Secret Tarot. What is the Page of Cups here? Oh, shit. I said that for a reason, y'all. Page of Swords. Four of Wands. I feel like it has something to do with home life or stability. Six of Cups. Queen of Swords flew out all the way over to the side. And then we have the Chariot and the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is paired here with the Queen of Swords, which is that the Queen of Swords is acting as a barrier, as a guard, as a wall to this forward movement. Page of Pentacles, the Sun again, King of Wands, Tower, and the Four of Swords. So this, you're definitely going to get some information that triggers a change. I don't know. I want to say that this weekend is going to be like the last moment for you to take a reprieve, for you to chill, for you to kind of like it's the, because I don't even want to call it rest. It's like the pause before action. So you may get information this week and you're like, oh, and it will be enacted next week, like starting Monday kind of thing. You know what I mean? So you're kind of like, this is not the scenario, right? But it would be like somebody saying, oh my God, I have to move out of my place. Can you help me? And you're like, well, I better rest up now because next week gonna be busy, kind of a situation, right? Like if you were to help somebody, it's definitely not that. This is not you helping somebody, but that's kind of energy I'm getting, right? Like it would be like oh, it's about to get chaotic. Not chaotic. They want me to rump that back because that almost might trigger some of these things. Like it's too close to the Five of Swords energy that you've come from. It's going to get busy. It's going to, like, things are going to be happening. There is a Page of Pentacles with the Sun, and that's exactly how that, you know, page, this is the same thing. Page of Swords with the Sun. So the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords are the same thing. This is some tangible, promising, I want to say path, and they won't let me say path per se. I don't know what their issue is with path, but it's a tangible, something being extended. Or you're receiving something. I remember getting this, something very tangible, and you're getting news of it. And again, with the Sun card, with both of those, this is really good news. This is really good news. And you're like, hell yeah. But it's one of those things where it's like, because see, here's the thing. Flanking each side of the tower is decisive action. And see, the King of Swords, why? Why, Spirit? Why is my mouth not my own? King of Wands. In my brain, I know exactly what it is. King of Wands takes decisive action. Singularly focused, unwavering, follows through, has the motivation and determination, and gets shit done, right? Four of Swords on the other side of the tower is that pervert. Now, see, this is kind of like, and this is why I say it's a short term, because Hanged Man would be like the long pause, right? The Four of Swords is a bit more of a like a reprieve is what I would call it. And so Four of Wands, I keep picking up like home, and I don't know, for somebody out there, I want to say like the Six of Cups is reminding me of like childhood. So like a childhood home, and the Chariot is like the movement card. Like you may be moving away from an area that you have known or something that you've been familiar with since childhood, right? This could be family. This could be location. That has been coming up way too much here recently for me. And I'm like, okay. And the funny thing is, like, I used to feel like, are we talking to the same person with every, and this is not. Like, Spirit is trying to give nuances to different people of the kind of movement that they're talking about. But Four of Wands is like, see, new beginning, Fool. Seven of Wands, like, this is you standing your power, doing what's right for you, making moves, in like, you're really doing what is good for you. This is good for you. Okay. Like, oh, I heard this is your last chance, because we were talking about letting go of that ball, that heavy weight, that whatever, that just keeps you in kind of like a monotone energy of movement forward and like, I'll wait and see. And they want you to put it down. This is your last chance to put it down before things happen. Okay. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. You got any specificity on that shit? Like, that's what we want to know. Okay. Ten of Cups. It most certainly brings... Here's the other thing. I feel like you may be moving... Because since the Four of Wands talks about home environments, family, connection, like something gets good again is what I want to say. Because the Six of Cups talks about the return to joy, the return to life's little pleasures, to that happiness, right? Also. And so it feels a little bit like, being happy with where you're at again. So you may, again, if there's movement and change in any kind of travel or moving, this is like your last chance. I don't know why. This is your last moment of rest. Tops off. Ten of Cups. It's like this does give you the indication of loving where you're going and feeling very secure and sound in it. Like a good, solid foundation. Like, keep wanting me to go home. Somebody might be moving real soon. Then we have, see, Ace of Wands. Something good comes in, something inspirational, something that gets you excited. And it's like, oh, you know where to go now. Like, you're like, ooh, okay, I see it now. I see it. I'm not looking at all this stuff. I'm done with the stuff that's gone wrong. I see the direction that I'm going to be moving in. Yes, this is what I want to say. You picking up them 2 cups, you're like, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. But you know, in order to pick up the 2 cups, you had to like drop the ball on this other shit. So this weekend, it really is your last moment to get right with the self, to fully let something go before things really start to move in a new direction. And they're just saying, so the question is, Spirit, this page of, I'm asking about this weekend, Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Are the pages showing up this weekend? Because in the beginning I was like, it's like you receive something here and you know, it has that energy. If something comes in now and you know next week's going to be busy. Like next week, things are going to start or pop off. So you might get some information. I really do, about Pentacles, something new in your reality coming in. I want to say path, but they won't let me say path. But I think it's a path. I think it's the initiation of a new path. Let's put it that way. But maybe somebody's tired of hearing new path. That way they'll let me. So is the information that I really want to know. Tell me. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Now for somebody where I was like, this is kind of like a lot. This has something to do with family or childhood. Okay. Childhood area where you've had your roots, because the tree can indicate family. So it definitely feels like there's something familial and long-standing, but also this is like about where your roots are. What about that, Spirit? The snake, so they're talking about shedding new skin. Snake is shedding skin, which is a whole new cycle, right? Season. And there definitely is communication. Somebody communicating something. But it doesn't feel like family is communicating something. This is receiving something about, this is a negative environment. This is an environment that's no longer healthy for you, right? When the skin becomes very irritating to a snake before it sheds. Like it has to get out of there. And it's not exactly the happiest during that transition. It is trying to get rid of it, right? And it has everything to do with where you feel rooted. This is home life, guys. This is community. This is absolutely a move. They're giving me details. Like mice are annoying. They get into shit. They do little things. They make a hot mess. They're all over the place. They're quick. It's like all these little freaking, I'm getting details of shit. Like, what is that about? Oh, Lordy, have mercy. Home, I fucking told you. A new home. Like, there's going to be so many things to take care of. That's why it's going to be busy. Starting next week, somebody's like got shit to take care of, all the little details, all the little somethings, and it's like take this, that, in order to get something in place, because this is a new home right here. This is a brand new home. What about the details? Yeah, key to a new home. Somebody's moving, and you're gonna get the right information. When I plopped that out, I wonder what that's got. Anything about there? Or was that me? So they're talking, like they said, Mama Bear, got to take care of business. And I'm like, okay. So that may be it. Like you're just having to take care of some business this weekend. I'm going to put that back. I'm going to find out anything. Tell me about the mice. Yeah, all the little fucking details that go along with that. It's like, ugh. I also get now I've got to like, you know, if you do a move, you got to call this place and you got to call that place, and, you know, with all your bills and this, that, and the other, and you got to take care of this, and there's a lot of talking, like hands in the pot, a lot of little things, feeling like you're kind of spread thin, spread out all over the place. I just saw cardinal. And it's just like, you know, the shit that goes along with that. It's like, oh my God, I gotta do all the little details that go along with this. So what is that? Oh, that went flying. Is it a burden though? Is what I want to know. Is this burdensome, or is this just like all the little ensondering? Like, I don't know why they're giving me these words. Ensondering details? What the fuck? Anywho, guys. A little bit more, because we are nosy. We want to know about these. Where you want me to go? I'm waiting on you, Spirit. Okay. Last little pull, and then we'll be good. Unity and the Queen of Fire. Spread your wings and fly. Alrighty. Why? I don't know why. I just want to go. Ugh. Like it's like the realization of what you've got to do. So you better rest up now. I don't know. Next week's gonna be so. I am asking about these 3 cards right here, Spirit. Care for yourself and others. Just taking care of yourself. A lot going on at once. It literally says that. Two of Pentacles. Making a decision. Maybe this feels like you get this information and you're thinking like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know if the decision feels, maybe you're talking to a lot of people. Maybe you're kind of like, you know, feeling into all the details that'll go with this, and you're like, oh my gosh, there's some kind of like decision with this, and you have to make a decision, apparently. But with it comes, you know what I'm saying? Plans that need revision. Yeah, this is gonna be like, oh, okay. And so there's a lot of last minute planning. That's what it is. It's a lot of last minute planning as a result. Having to take care of things. And I feel like it's going to happen quickly. So it's kind of like, quick as in like, you know, if you had 3 months to move, you could take your time over that course and like purge and this, that, and the other. This is more like, shit, I got a week. This could even be leaving one job, going to another, because 4 of Wands is about that foundation where you feel secure. Maybe you've been there for a really long time. And so that's where you're rooted in it. And they're kind of like, well, this could be that you work in where you grew up and where you have known most of your life, and like you have to go somewhere different. And it's like, it reminds me of the military here in the United States. Like, they will give orders and it's like on a dime. You gotta do everything right then. You gotta go. And it's like, oh man, even if it's not right away, let's say they give you 2 months, that's a lot of shit to take care of. When you're moving across the country and having to, because you have to book out the movers, and that can take a long time. And a lot of times the movers will come and get your shit like a whole month before you move, or before they have to deliver, because that's the way that things work. And you're like, now I'm without a lot of stuff. Like, it's a lot of planning and details and taking care of those little details. That's the burden that comes along with whatever this message is taking care of the little things. Tell me more about the message. We're really intrigued by this. Let's pick it up. Four of Swords. Rest. Yeah, time to rest. And then this, I saw this on the split. This is the Hierophant. This is, again, this is like, the High Priestess is the idea, the dream, the notion, the thing that you feel connected to, but isn't in reality yet. And this is something becoming a reality now. But what does, and this is coming from, this is, I want to say that this is coming from I'm getting like a structure, like an institution, like a, something well established. Yeah, there's just progress. This could be work for some people. Although I don't feel like that is a huge thing for everybody. What is in the message? I'm gonna put these back. We already know this. I want to know what's in the Page of Swords, in the communication that comes through. Other than, oh, you have to move, like there's something more to that. There's something more to that, Spirit. Page of Fire. Page of Water. Dude, this is a new beginning. This is brand new. Chariot. We have every page out here. We have every page out here. News of an exciting new endeavor. So work very well may be. Or it could just be new people, new places, new something, a new phase. And then we have the Chariot for the second time. Forward movement. This is forward movement. So the shift happens because if you've been on pause and things have been whatever, they're like, and everything finally aligns, because that's what the Chariot's about. The two horses, which were going in competing directions, so you were moving nowhere, finally align, and you finally take off in the Chariot. That can feel exceptionally fast. That can feel like a stark contrast. Yeah. Whatever this news is, it's exciting. It's something tangible within your world. And maybe this is a path you've... Give me a different word then, other than path, if you don't want me to use that. Because that's what it really feels like. 9 of Pentacles. Freedom. Success. Independence. Okay. I don't know, but things are taking off next week, guys. So it's going to require a lot of like dotting the I's and crossing the T's. You know what I mean? Shifting around of things. You may feel as if your energy is like whoop, split in multiple different directions. Because the thing is, mice are not really grandiose, destructive. Them little shits will... all kinds of little things, right? Like they'll chew on a wire, but not chew it all the way through. They will like chew into a bag of rice, and so the rice is starting to fall out, but they didn't really eat the rice. They like, why are you, oh my God, it's all like, there's a lot of little things. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it at that. So... Get yourself ready, because I feel like next week it's going to pop off and they're kind of like put that other burden down and get excited, because that's just something that you don't need to take with you when things finally start off, because otherwise it's going to feel like this. You don't need that burden with you. Just get excited. Have a fantastic and wonderful weekend and get that rest in.